All right, and welcome to a mid-August update on my California native plant garden in the central Sierra Nevada foothills. I have just a few quick updates. One is that the tarweed has totally gone to flower and it looks amazing. I do have some other updates from last time, namely the weed situation. When I put this in, up here this is just mulch that went in, but there's never a lot of weeds in this area. But down here I put down cardboard and then covered that with mulch. That worked really well, except over here I didn't put cardboard down, and that area is now completely out of control. But the discovery that I made last week is that I have Bermuda grass, either the best thing in the world or the worst thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world for people who want to do turf in California. The bad thing about Bermuda grass is that it is extremely resilient and extremely invasive, and it is fascinating as well because it travels underground in this rhizomal network situation. Is that the flower? Ugh. So yeah, it travels like this. It travels along the surface of the ground like this. And when it finds a spot where it can put down roots, it will send down roots from one of these little nodes and then kind of continue the whole colony that way. Here's what it looks like under the ground. So it will, so here's the visible part, but then underneath, look at that. It's traveling. Down here, I followed this guy back to the base here, and now just kind of running my finger around, I'm looking for all the little friends that it's sent out. And here's one here. Look, see that? Same plant. Where's that going? So, okay, so just to track this one guy back, I started here, I came down here, and now I'm following this piece, this same plant. Following this piece, it's sent down roots here. So there's a spot here where it's sent down roots. I'm gonna try to pull those up. And then it's sent a little guy out that way. And it sent this guy out this way. It sent down roots on this node. I'm gonna pull that up on that node. And that one. And okay, so there's the end of it, I think. It's kind of, oh, nope, I found another branch. Yep, see, here's another branch. There's one there. And then where's this one going? Look at it. And from what I understand from watching YouTube, I should really be wearing gloves when I'm doing this because it can cut up your hands. All right, I think I may have traced all of the little branches. No, it's going this way too. I just want to trace one of these all the way through so that you can get a really good idea of just how much trouble we're in here. And so this Bermuda grass was almost certainly planted here by the previous homeowner as a lawn solution, because when we moved in there actually was a sprinkler system in this area and a small lawn, and that was the only lawn on the property to create the illusion of a standard American front yard. Trying to keep this together. Okay, see, so now I've traced this back to another sort of master node. I might just rip this just for the sake of, yeah, see, here's another branch going in this direction. So this isn't even gonna be, when I pull it out, the full extent of it, but it's gonna give you an idea of what's happening here. All of this came from that one. Trace this all back from that one spot. So I'm trying a couple different things here. For one, underneath this black trash bag, which is not ideal. I really need to get like a black tarp. There's a patch of it that I'm trying to smother out. So that's one way that you can get rid of it, by just blocking all the light, and they call it solarization. And then other than that, you really kind of need to pull it. It's extremely obnoxious, but my goal is to try to get some of these weeds under control in this area. And in order to do that, I might actually need to finish the stream bed. This year I kind of got lazy once the garden went in. I do have the weed barrier. I'm going to put weed barrier down, and then we're going to start putting rock in along this whole area and where all the tarweed is. I love the tarweed, and I don't want to pull the tarweed, so it feels a little futile to pull the weeds while I still have this area that's unprotected where this stream goes. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but I am going to try to get in there and liberate my elderberry. Check out that tarweed. Check it out. It's wild, and it smells so good. It's really cool. I love this stuff. Totally native. Just pops up. So there's that Gracias, that Salvia Gracias, and then there's this plant that just popped up, and I almost pulled it as a weed, but then I decided not to because I kind of want to see what it is. Oh look, I think it might be blooming. I can probably get a positive ID now based on this bloom. Anyway, somebody came in and ate it, so I don't know, I'll probably pull it anyway. Rudbeckia is still here. Another interesting thing I discovered was, yes, I have been overwatering because it's been maybe 9 days since I watered last, and it is still very moist in certain spots. This is that Penstemon GMR White, doing good. That's of course our Celestial Blue Sage, Winifred Gilman Sage, Pozo Blue, and the Starlight. And I did finally fix this irrigation system. Well, fix is used. It's a light interpretation of what I did. But I prevented it from spraying everywhere. So I think what happened was there was just way more water going in here than I thought there was, based on my schedule and the emitters that I'm using. And I think that might be partially responsible for the weed explosion. So, anywho, I'm gonna get in there, try to take out some of those weeds, and wish me luck.